Onward Sports is brought to you by Banner Bank. Better ideas, better banking. By your Lexus dealer who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting hilarious funny man Sinbad November 10th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. Coming up throughout the afternoon and into the early evening, I'll be keeping you updated first on what's going on down in Oakland. The Texas Rangers have just 3 outs, but first they got to get out of the 8th inning. They are down right now 4 runs. Also, we'll be letting you know what's going on in the East Coast and who ends up winning the AL East. A lot to be decided here in game 162. Dave and Mike, where has the time gone? Can you believe we're finally here?
It's unbelievable, Angie, to be honest with you. Game number 162 here as we get ready to play the final 27 outs of this season. And, Mike, as you look forward to next year, let's look back a little bit. What comes out of this season for you and for your money?
Well, I think when we left spring training this year, it was going to be a year of growth, and we saw a lot of that. I think when you have one of the youngest teams in Major League Baseball, you're going to have some inconsistencies and some ups and downs. But I look at the positives more than anything. You look at the rotation, the bullpen, and the power arms that they have out there. The job that these guys did, a young team, the defense that they played, and all those close games, I thought they did an exceptional job of that. Listen, when we're talking about the offensive side, it's just a little bit more, Dave. One more run, average one more run going into next year, and that's the difference with the way that they can pitch and catch it. And I think with the growth of the young guys in the lineup, we should expect more out of them next year.
I would hope then, and like everybody who follows Mariner baseball, at least 1 or 2 bats. You know, we talk to people in and around the game, the scouts, the players, the coaches, and all that kind of stuff. At least 2 more bats. And some veteran guys, Eric Wedge is on record as saying that, and Jack Zarensic and company, they're well aware of that. So those are 2 really big needs. But you're right. And then positive notes, obviously, the Felix Perfect game.
Yes.
The combined 6-pitcher no-no against the Dodgers. A lot of good things. You can hang your hat on defense. You can hang your hat on pitching, but you got to score runs. Dave Valley was talking about that earlier. Particularly now, this division is acknowledged as the best division in baseball.
Well, you're right about that, but I think you still have to look at it. And if you look at the year that Kyle Seager had and Michael Saunders, and not knowing what to expect out of either one of them going into spring training in the years that they put, these are 2 major league players now after this year that they've put in, and you can expect for them to be better. Hopefully a healthy year out of Franklin Gutierrez. That's one of the veteran guys that could certainly help them. So I think overall they're on the right track, but you're right. There's going to have to be some additions to this, and I look forward to what Jack and his staff will do over the course of the winter.
Going to be exciting to watch the transaction wire starting probably right after the World Series. Lexus pitching matchup. Jared Weaver, Blake Bevan. We're ready for game number 162 here. It's a good-looking day here in Seattle. Comfortable. Not a big crowd, but blue skies, green grass right here in Seattle. Blake Bevan will toe the rubber right after this timeout. Mariners and the Angels straight ahead. It's a beautiful fall day here in Seattle, Washington, and we are glad you are with us for the final game of the 2012 season. This is Mariner Baseball. I'm Dave Sims with Mike Flowers and the Root Sports crew, welcoming you to Safeco Field. Angels and the Mariners for the final time here in 2012. Let's take a look at the batting order for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. That'll face Blake Bevan.
And for Mike Scioscia and his lineup, it's a good one. Trout leading things off, and then it's Torrey. Hunter missed the last game because he had a little bit of stiffness in his neck. Then it's Pujols, Morales, Calespo, Trumbull, Howie Kendrick having a series. 7 for 9 in this series with a double and 3 RBIs. Don't go to sleep on him. He's hitting 7th in the lineup. Then it's his Turris and Chris Iannetta, the catcher, to round out the 9. Blake Bevan on the year, looking to get his 11th win on the season. 144 and a third innings pitched for Blake. 67 strikeouts to just 23 walks. That's a good number for Blake, keeping the walks down. Opponent's average 282.
Here we go. Mike Trout, a 324 hitter, starting today. Just behind Miguel Cabrera at 331. Cabrera trying to win the Triple Crown. First pitch from Bevan in there for called strike one. And we are underway.
Speaking of that, Dave, I think from what I heard, Cabrera would have to go 0 for 4 and Trout would have to go 4 for 4 if he wanted to catch him today. I don't think that'll happen because I doubt that Cabrera will get 4 at bats today. Probably a couple of at bats for him, and Jim Leland will take him out and get him ready for the postseason.
Bet you 1-1 as we work here. Blake Bevan. Five games against the Angels, 2 here in 2012, a 1-1 record. This one's fouled off. Home plate umpire today, Bob Davidson. Ryan Gorman at first, Tony Randazzo at second, and Todd Tichenor at third.
We talked about the growth of the young players. I think Blake made another step forward as a starting pitcher at the major league level this year. He's always relied on his fastball and commanding it, and at times this year he didn't have it like that as he hits Trout.
That is such a sickening sounding. To hear that, you can see that pitch as soon as you were right in the middle of that sentence, and that ball had no chance.
Nope, sailed up and in on him. And he is not the guy you want to put on base. He leads the league in stolen bases and runs scored as that goes off. It looked like his tricep on his arm.
Trout leads the major leagues with 49 stolen bases.
I think with Blake, his ability to throw his breaking ball, something that he hadn't done a lot of, especially the slow curveball early in counts, is something that he found that he had to do because he had lost his fastball, and that's something that he'll be able to take into the winter. If he can get both of them going at the same time, he'll really have something.
Trout back safely. Torrey Hunter stands in. Torrey had last night off. A couple of nights ago, swung the bat quite well, and then he had to leave the game. But lightheadedness, he went 2 for 4 in that game. Talked to him yesterday. They had played a doubleheader the day before coming here to Seattle. Got in about 3:30. Said he's dehydrated and really got to him midway through that game. I'm done.
Interesting to see what the Angels do with him. Torrey's 37 years old and has really had a good year, hitting second in their lineup. Ended up hitting .314 coming into the game today with 16 home runs and 92 RBIs. Certainly a really good presence in their clubhouse. It'll be interesting to see what the Angels do.
Mike Trout swears by him. Trout takes off. Throw by Montero. Yes, sir. Got him. Nice throw by Jesus Montero. One down here in the first. Trout trying to get 50 stolen bases. No surprise that he took off, especially after he got hit by a pitch.
Also have to make Montero feel good. Comes out of the chute. Good jump by Trout. You can see how quick the release was from Montero. Threw it right on the bag.
Trienfeld. Off balance throw gets Hunter. 2 down.
Fine play by Trienfeld. So Montero throwing somebody out, and then it's Trienfeld. Take a look at the rest of the defense for the Mariners. Robinson in left field. Saunders out in center. Casper Wells is going to get the start in. Right now in the infield, Kyle Seager at third. Trienfeld, as you just saw, at shortstop. Ackley and Smoke on the right side of the infield, and Jesus Montero will do the catching this afternoon.
Here's Albert Pujols. He's not had a particularly great series. 0 for 5 last night. Left 6 men on. Mariner pitching did a great job against him. And big tip of the cap to Hisashi Iwakuma. 6 innings of 6 hit shutout ball last night. 1 walk and 7 Ks in the 6-1 Mariner win last evening. Just the second Mariner win in Seattle this season against the Angels. They're 2-7, 5-4 down in Anaheim. Quickly ahead 0-2.
A couple of breaking balls for strikes as you take a look at Iwakuma. Rosmo Ramirez next to him. Will be a big part of the rotation next year, I have to believe, going into spring training. There's the slow breaking ball, just 71 miles an hour on that breaking ball from Blake.
Got a 1-2 count here to Pujols. Nobody on, 2 down. Bouncing ball, Seager takes care of it. Throws out Pujols. Now very good first inning. Trout gets hit by a pitch thrown out by Montero, and then a ground out and a ground out. Mariners coming to bat. Jared Weaver trying to become the first Angel pitcher to win 21 games since Bartolo Colon did it back in 2005 when he won the American League Cy Young Award. Let's take a look at the Mariner batting order that will face Mr. Weaver.
And with Weaver on the mound, they have their work cut out for him, but it'll be Ackley to lead things off, then Casper Welch, Kyle Seager. First Mariner with 20 home runs since 2009. A couple of guys trying to join him. Jaso, the cleanup hitter. Smoke with 19 home runs on the year. Then it's Montero. Saunders also 19 home runs. Hopefully they can check in. And then it's Robinson and Trienfeld, the shortstop. He will bat 9th for the Mariners.
First pitch from Weaver to Ackley. The outside, ball 1. Ackley 0 for 4 last night. Outside again, 2-0. Ackley 4 for 14 against Weaver. Outfielders in the sunshine here this portion of the game. And now 3-0.
And for Weaver, he's not overpowering, just having a great year. 20-4 with a 2.73 ERA for Weaver. He'll move the ball around, mix in his breaking ball. A lot of deception to his delivery. Guys have a tough time picking the ball up as he walks Ackley to start the game.
4 pitches. The Mariners can take advantage early.
You'll get the rest of the numbers for Weaver. This will be his 30th start of the year. Won't get to 200 innings, 187 2/3 for him. 141 strikeouts. Opponent's average just 213. He has given up 20 home runs this year. Again, he's right out in front of the race for the Cy Young Award.
Casper Wells stands in, getting a lot of playing time lately. 0 for 4 last night. Hit a home run on Monday, going 2 for 5. Weaver looking for his first strike.
Well, they discuss it. We'll take a look at the defense for the Angels. It's their regular lineup today. Trumbo is in left field. Trout out in center. Hunter, the right fielder. And on the infield, Alberto Calespo. At third base, it's Turris and Kendrick playing up the middle. Kendrick Morales, the first baseman. Chris Iannetta will do the catching. So Mike Scioscia putting the everyday guys out there, even though it's the last game of the year. Trying to help Weaver out, see if he can get him his 21st win of the season.
Trying to get club win number 90. First strike of the ball game for Weaver, 1-1. Weaver's last win against the Mariners July 7th in Anaheim. Last win in Seattle June 14th of 2011. Soft looper caught by Kendrick. 1 out.
Looked like Wells hit that right off the end of the bat. Oh, had a lot of slice to it. Kendrick started back up the middle and the ball sliced back to him.
Kyle Seager, big event for him last night, hitting home run number 20. Got ahead of starter Dan Herron, a 3-1 count in the first inning with 2 outs, nobody on, and homered number 20 and hit it well back up into the seats in right field. 20 homers and 85 runs batted in.
I'll take that again next year. Solid year for Kyle. I think he exceeded everybody's expectations. I think he will hit for a higher average coming into the game. There goes a base hit. Now it's probably 260 with that base hit.
Ackley making a turn. He'll get to third easily. Going to get the wave on. Relay coming in. Way at the plate. Not in time. He scores standing. RBI double. Kyle Seager 1-0 Mariners. Again, great speed by Ackley running those bases. And Seager picks up his 86th RBI on his 35th double.
Goes right inside the bag on a pitch that is away, probably just off the plate away. So good hitting by Kyle Seager. Left fielder Trumbo was playing him towards left center. He had to go a long way to get to the ball. By the time he picks it up, Ackley with his speed is able to score. A good start for the Mariners here on the last game of the season.
Weaver paying for that 4-pitch walk to start the ball game. Mariners portion of the ball game as Jaso looks at a strike. Now we get a new champion in the American League West. Oakland Athletics are changing the flags right now.
What a surprise. What a shock this is.
There you go. Here's the word I'm looking for. Shock. Didn't happen, man. Didn't see it.
I don't think anybody did.
Nobody did. Because you're talking June 30th, 13 games back, and they just won a division. Unreal.
I'll tell you, the Mariners just came from Oakland. That's where they finished up their last road trip, and you could just sense everything is kind of going the A's way. I doubt that anybody wants to play them right now. They're the hot club. Things just seem to work out.
That is the phrase you're going to hear starting now for the next day. You do not want to play those jokers right now. No way.
No, they're hot. Congratulations to Bob Melvin.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Oakland's the first team in the major leagues to win a division trailing by 5 games with only 9 games to play as Jaso works another walk from Weaver. Now, if the Yankees lose, they're up a game. Baltimore back 1 game. But if the Yankees were to not win their division, Oakland A's are going to have the best record in the American League. they have the tiebreaker over the Yankees and the Orioles. I mean, that is the classic feel-good underdog story that most Americans like.
Oh, I mean, the A's have taken care of their end of it, but now you have to watch New York and Baltimore, because New York just one game up. Baltimore, when New York loses today, they're in a tie. They'll play tomorrow, and it could be the Oakland A's in the West and the Baltimore Orioles in the East, and you will have New York and Texas in the one-game playoff in the wild card. A place that neither one of those teams ever expected to be in.
Yankee Ranger wild card game would be in the Bronx. I tell you what, Ron Washington's pitching staff's got to be shot after today.
Yeah, he didn't mess around. He had to make some changes early, and both clubs did, really.
Sure. That's well struck down the line. That is a foul ball.
Justin Smoke trying to finish up this end of the year. He had a great September. Things have rolled over into these first few days of October for him, and he's trying to finish up strong. Justin again with 19 home runs on the year.
Told that Yu Darvish will start the first playoff game wherever it is. Jerome Williams already.
Wow.
How about that, huh? Jerome Williams. So there is the change. Oakland Athletics now champions. The American League West.
It was funny when we were down in Oakland. I ran into Mickey Morabito, the traveling secretary for the A's. He was just shaking his head. He said, I don't know how these guys are going to finish, but I've had to send out basically lists of the team to 4 different hotels because he didn't know where they were going to end up. Just to make reservations, and I'm sure the rest of the clubs are in the same boat.
Mickey's going to earn it the next couple of days. Longtime PR guy with the Yankees, and now longtime traveling secretary for the A's. That's going to drop down. Seager to third. He hits a stop sign as Trumbo makes a strong throw. The Mariners have him loaded up here in the first inning. A run already in on the RBI double by Seager, so now Smoke with a base hit.
Justin just continues the hot hitting. Gets a pitch up out over the plate. Hits a line drive into left field. Justin has made some nice adjustments here in the last month or so, and it's paid off for him. So he'll have some things to really key on this winter and hopefully carry over into next year.
Well, here's Montero with the bases loaded, 1 out. Montero 5 for 9 with 4 homers against Jared Weaver. In the dirt, ball 1.
Weaver really struggling here in the first inning. 18 pitches, only 7 strikes for Weaver.
There's strike 1-1.
There you go. 20 pitches, 8 strikes now.
Not sharp. 1-1. Ooh. Full badly. Montero. One out, bases loaded, 1-2 to Montero. Got his fans out there. Very nice. Fought it off. Morales for 1. Run scores, and that's all they'll get. 2-0 Mariners.
Looked like Morales thought about coming to home. Decided to go to second. That'll be a fielder's choice RBI for Montero.
Jaso down to third. Montero's aboard. RBI for Montero, his 60th. Michael Saunders. Jerome Williams continuing to warm up. Strike one. Two nothing here. Mariners in the first inning. RBIs by Seager and now Montero. Saunders 2 for 4. Hit a huge fourth inning. 2 out, 2-run double. Give the Mariners a 3-0 lead. Went on to win 6-1. He's sitting on 19 home runs. Strikes out, and that'll do it for the Mariners here in the first, but they scored twice. Underway here in Seattle, a 2-0 Mariner lead.
So the AL doesn't have a 21-game winner, and they didn't have a division champion until a few minutes ago. The guys were talking about why they were swapping the flags. This is why. Top of the ninth inning, Michael Young at the plate. He flies out to center field. Coco Crisp squeezes it, and then the Oakland A's go absolutely berserk. They are your AL West division champs. 12-5 is the way it ends, so now they're going to be watching the Yankees and Orioles games to find out what happens next, and we'll keep you updated on those, guys.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. You know, they put in the extra wild card. Remember, we talked to the commish back in Minnesota.
Yeah.
He was thrilled about that. He gets double bonuses with today, 162, before we even get into the whole wild card thing, man. It's crazy. Really worked out. Morales, chopper up the middle. They were playing him towards right field. And a base hit. Kendrys Morales lead off here in the second.
Oh, I'm sure he's thrilled with what's gone on.
Right? I mean, and then last year at 162, you had all that stuff within, what was it, an hour and change. You had all of those dramatic endings.
We're just getting started here.
I know. That's a good point.
He may get an extra playoff tomorrow between Baltimore and New York.
Right. It's a little after 7 o'clock Eastern time now, so they're just firing up. Here's Callaspo. Well, hopefully next year this time the Mariners will be involved in this kind of stuff, because it is exciting as heck to watch. I can't imagine, but being in it must be off the chart.
Well, I can tell you this. Nobody expected Baltimore or the A's to be in it, so you know how quickly things can change.
I hear your theme. And I think everybody who watches Mariner baseball is riding with you on that one. Robinson makes the catch. what do you think of Robinson getting a lot of time this last week, 10 days, as well as Casper Wells?
Well, I like it. I think, more than anything, again, Eric Wedge would have liked to have seen Franklin Gutierrez in center, Saunders in left, and probably Casper out and right to see what that looks like. But it's been difficult because Franklin's had a tough time staying healthy. And I think going into next year, you're definitely going to have Gutierrez in center and Saunders in left, and then who's going to be the fourth outfielder, who's going to start in right, what kind of adjustments. You don't know what kind of trades are going to be made. That's the hard part, and all the guys, I'm sure, packing everything up and having their boxes today. And, you don't know what that clubhouse is really going to look like next year with the changes that are going to come. It happens to every team. They all make a few. We'll see. But I think he wanted to see more of both of them to answer the question and what they can do to help this club next year.
There's Mark Trumbo, 6 for 15 with 3 homers against Bevan. Pretty well hit deep left field. Trayvon is under it. Robinson makes the catch, puts the ball back in the tree and fell. 2 outs.
A little bit of a breeze blowing straight in from left. It looked like it knocked that down some as Trayvon caught it right in front of the warning track.
2 outs, 1 on. Here in the top of the second brings up Howie Kendrick. Huckabee, smoking hot bat, 3 for 5 last night. Look at that, 7 for 9 in the series. Defensively, it's been another story. He's made 3 errors. Ackley go right to the bag, and that'll do it. Good inning for Bevan after the leadoff single by Morales. Mariners have a 2-0 lead. Mariners throughout the offseason. For the latest team news, special offers, and more at Mariners.com. Also follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/Mariners or on Twitter via @Mariners. Jerome Williams takes over for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Mike, I like your theory, and Robbie Nielsen, our stage manager, I like his theory too. You guys are on the same page.
A little bit surprised to see Weaver out of the game. Maybe it's a situation where he just didn't have it today and try to keep his earned run average down. We saw Felix's earned run average go over 3 in his last outing, so maybe they don't want to see that happen to Weaver. But Jerome Williams will take over here in the second inning. He has pitched well against the Mariners, a 4.58 ERA overall. He was originally in their starting rotation this year, and he had his struggles, so they put him out in the bullpen, but he has pitched well against Seattle.
Weaver's season ends 20-4 with a 2.81 ERA down the line. Foul ball, not by a heck of a lot either. Third base umpire Todd Kitchener with a good look.
Well, something that you hope with Weaver.
He's not hurt.
That he's not hurt. Yeah, exactly. That something didn't happen to him. It'd be a bad way to finish up what has been a great season for him. Again, coming into the game 20-4 on the year.
One and two here to Robinson. Robinson, Trienfeld, and Ackley. First inning RBIs by Seager with a double and a fielder's choice RBI. Montero for the 2-0 Mariner lead. Chopper foul. That stays fair. Jerome just makes the play.
Good recovery for Williams. Take a look at it. He drops it right there, and with Trayvon's speed, if he fumbled it one more time, he might have beat it out, but a good play by Williams to stay with it.
One out for Carlos Trienfeld. Trienfeld playing in his 10th game. 4 for 18. Carlos. Eric Wedge with the media before the game today said he still sees Brendan Ryan as his shortstop of the future, and moving forward, a lot of things they have planned for Brendan in terms of getting his hitting turned around. You know, Ryan struggled mightily at the plate, hitting just $194. 2-1.
The thing with Brendan is it's not like he hasn't done it at the major league level before. He's had some years where he swung the bat well. With the way that he plays defense, you don't have to get a lot out of him, but you certainly need more than what he was able to give him this year. But he's a guy that offensively can help them. He runs the bases well. He can steal some bases, and again, you go back to a track record, and he's swung the bat well at this level before. So hopefully he can get back to that again.
Trienfeld goes. Tag applied by Iannetta. 2 outs.
Bring it back. Ackley walked and scored a run in the first inning. Saw 4 pitches, all of them for balls as he walked. A couple of walks for Weaver in the first, so maybe he wasn't feeling real good, and that's the reason why he came out of the game with a couple of walks. That's not like him.
4 balls to Ackley and then 1 to Wells before he got his first strike. Dustin. Inside. Somebody asked me yesterday, who do you like in a World Series? I said, given events in the last 72 hours, how the heck do I know?
Good point. Who's going to be in it?
Are you kidding? That's when Ackley grounds out. 2 in the books, 2-0 Mariners.
Sports is brought to you by Northern Quest Casino, Spokane's newest destination resort. By Ford, we are local. And by Amiga Insurance. Coming up, guys, in just a little bit, I'll have an update on what's going on in the AL West, but I'll give you a little preview. Red Sox on top of the Yankees right now, 1-0. Watch out.
What a game, baseball. What a game. Thank you, Angie. First pitch strike to my Cirrus Tourist, followed by Chris Iannetta and Mike Trout, 8-9-1 here in the third inning. Back up the middle, base hit. The pitch hung right in front of him.
Yeah, he tried to steal a strike with the slow curveball. That curveball was at 69 miles an hour and ended up leaving it up and in the middle of the strike zone.
Chris Iannetta, the catcher. He had yesterday off. Hank Conger was behind the plate. Chris went 0 for 3 on Monday night. The 8-4 Angels win. How tough is it for the outfielders right now, because they're the only guys dealing with the sun?
Now it looks like Trayvon is just about in good shape. He's almost in the shade, but Saunders probably getting the worst of it right now. See that glare out there to him. Good news is the shadows are that far out, so the hitters are okay.
So there's Michael in the background there, way out.
Still can't believe that Hamilton missed that fly ball today that cost his club a couple of runs, and it didn't look to me that he lost it in the sun. It was a bright day in Oakland, but he seemed to be on track to where it was an easy catch, and he just missed it.
Nonchalant. I didn't see it live. We were in Eric Wedge's office, media contingent. And Eric, I forget what point Eric was making, but he was making some point. All of a sudden, you heard this unbelievable roar from the clubhouse. And we didn't know for another 5 minutes.
All the guys in there watching?
Yeah, they were watching. The place went nuts. Came out, Jeff Evans, assistant PR director, said exactly what you said, that he clanked one. And that would have been the third out, right?
Yes. Yeah, well, they walked off the field at that point tied.
Runner was on the move. This one popped up. Ackley's got it back safely as his Tourist went out. The National League, everything is set. Wild card, one-game showdown. The defending world champion St. Louis Cardinals against the Atlanta Braves. Then that winner will go on to take on the Washington Nationals. And Dusty Baker will face his old franchise. The Giants will play at Cincinnati. And we're laughing because Curtis just informed us, and it was a setup from about a month ago. You know how they have the mascot races, and it started. Milwaukee was really probably the first one to start that whole thing with the kielbasa and everything. Well, in Washington, they have the puppet, just the super oversized head puppets of
former presidents.
Former presidents. Teddy Roosevelt, Thomas Jefferson, I think Abe Lincoln, and George Washington. And Teddy Roosevelt, who's one of my heroes, never won a race until today.
They won his first one.
I love this. This is some good choreography. And this is from my neck of the woods. A Philly fanatic, that knucklehead was down there, and he jumped out of the stands and knocked down the other three racers so Teddy could win.
Football season has started, doing some blocking for him. I guess that's fair.
Oh, man. That's classic. Yes, indeed. Bully for Teddy. Look forward to checking that video out. That is such a fanatic. That is such a classic move to coordinate that whole thing. Trout's got a 1-2 count. Trout Got hit by a pitch and was thrown out trying to steal. Start the ball game. Washington's got to be pretty fired up to have baseball playoffs coming up. Runner goes. Throw by Montero. Skip backed up nicely by Ackley. Stolen base for his tourist. It'll be his 17th in 19 attempts. Meanwhile, Trout's got a 2-2 count.
You saw Montero throw Trout out in the first inning when he was trying to steal. He threw a little bit of a sinker down to second base that time. It hit off the edge of the grass.
Mariners lead on first inning. RBI is a double by Seager, scored a run. And an RBI fielder's choice by Montero. Now Angels have a runner in scoring position with one out. Top of the order, Mike Trout is up. Could not get him to bite. Full count. Torrey Hunter's on deck. The Trout hat. Cheese heads are a little bit better. I like those. That's not bad though. What's he do for an encore?
Probably come back and win the MVP. I don't think he's going to get there this year. He's locked up the Rookie of the Year. I don't think there's any question about that, but probably come back next year and try to get the MVP award. A lot of people think he still has a really good chance this year, but I think I would have to go with Cabrera. Cabrera looks like he's going to win the Triple Crown. And
Triple Crown helps the team win a division.
Yeah,
coming from behind, coming way off.
And he was a big part of that.
Yeah.
You know, and it hasn't been done since 1967. Carl Yastrzemski did it. So 45 years in this game that something hasn't been done, and he was able to do it. I think I would go with Cabrera.
I think you're going to be in the majority. Sawed him up. Smoke takes care of him. 2 outs down the third goes his tourist.
And there you go with Cabrera leading in average, home runs, and RBIs. You see his OPS. He's first in all of those categories. I don't think there's any question the impact that Trout has had on the Angels this year and what he's done with Major League Baseball. He's an exciting young player. He'll have plenty of opportunities, but that's a special year, I think, for that one that Cabrera has put together. And I think the other thing too is him willingly moving back over to third base, a position he hasn't played in a long time, so that they make room for Prince Fielder and help his team out. I thought was a pretty good gesture on his part. He certainly didn't have to do that.
Hunter pops one up. This will do it. Ackley gives way to the right fielder Wells. That'll do it. Runner stranded at third. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Man left. 2-0 Mariners.
5-0. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here. Over in the AL East, they had a similar situation as we did in the West, where a team could come from behind and perhaps win it. We check in with the Rays and the Orioles, and Chris Tillman's not getting that pitch back. Evan Longoria goes yard for the Rays. They're up 1-0. And guys, if this holds, can you take everybody through what would happen in the playoffs now?
It's a little convoluted. Casper Wells leading off a 1-pitch to him. Fouls one off 0-2. Now, if the results as they presently stand hold, wild card will be Baltimore, Texas. And that wild card winner will take on the Athletics, and Detroit would open at the Yankees.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Yeah, Baltimore going to Texas. At Texas, oh boy, Casper takes one right in the middle of the bag. Take a look at it. This is a fastball, 92 miles an hour, right between the shoulder blades. Nobody wants to see that on the last day. But it would be interesting if Texas wins the wild card, then they would have to go right back and play at Oakland again.
Oh, that would be crazy, wouldn't it? Cole Calhoun. He's in right field for Torrey Hunter. That would be nuts, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because they just had a series last weekend, too, in Texas, right?
That's right.
Work in the system this year. Team with the best record does not open at home. They do get 3 games of the first 2 games in the best of 5.
Right.
And that was because the schedule for this year was already set by the time they decided, hey, I like the idea of a wild card, so this is the best they could do.
I would think within this last series that Oakland ended up beating Texas, though, if it turns out that way. Grant Balfour's going to hear it when he gets to Arlington with the way he was stomping around on the mound.
They got the whole crowd. They had 36,000 and change today. Everybody doing that whole, almost looked like a curly shuffle thing with your arms.
I don't know what that is, but they were having a good time.
2-0 here to Seager. RBI double in the first inning. Under the glove of Kai Espo. Base hit. First and second for the Mariners. Here in the 3rd inning, make sure you visit the official online shop of the Seattle Mariners at mariners.com. Browse the largest online selection of authentic team gear, including official caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop at mariners.com. Shop. 2 day for Kyle Seager.
Similar looking hits. The first one he hit inside the bag at 3rd, and that one he finds the hole over on the left side. So Kyle trying to finish strong. Looks like he'll get over that 260 mark. 60, 20 home runs and 86 RBIs.
Going to Jason. He'll draw a walk his first time. It's a good start to a career.
I think it's a good first year, solid first year. Especially when we were in spring training, we weren't sure what Kyle was going to end up doing. It would look like he might be one of the utility guys on the club, and ended up taking over the 3rd base spot, hitting 3rd in the lineup every day. So he really worked hard, and it showed. It showed when he came to spring training.
Sure.
Wanted to hit for more power. Again, he put up a lot of numbers in the minor leagues with hits, but you can see more power out of him at 3rd, and he showed that with 20 home runs and over 30 doubles this year.
A little bit bigger, a little bit stronger. Off-season conditioning program paying off. 1-1 here to Jason.
Well, I would say this to him: it was a good program. Do it again.
And share, right?
Exactly.
Print it out.
Get a couple of guys on there with you. game. The Mariners 1 for 3 with runners in scoring position. And Jaso has this count in his favor. Mr. Smoke's the one that had that base hit. Waiting on deck.
Three one. Full count to Jaso, 2-1, nobody out. Now, strikeout for Jerome Williams. One out here in the Mariners third. Smoke, a hard base hit the other way.
And a line drive in to left center field.
Ball one.
Some of the changes that Justin had made, Chris Chambliss telling me they wanted to keep his top hand on the bat a little bit longer when he's hitting left-handed. They went to a thinner handle bat for him, and it has really worked. That's a borderline pitch. Justin thought it was inside. Chris Chambliss did a lot of work this year, hasn't he, with all the young people he's had to deal with. And
Jeff Pentland to his right, coming up with the September call-ups. Lending a hand has been big as well. Coming up, Tacoma. 2-1.
I think for Chris, probably the biggest part too is just the mental side of this game, with so many young people going through it for the first time, their first full year at this level. And a lot of work for him.
Like that pitch back again, 2-2.
Yep, in front of a changeup, it looked like, just 84 miles an hour, but it was down and in the middle of the plate.
Two balls, two strikes. Justin Smokin. 19 home runs, 51 runs batted in.
You know, talking about some of the adjustments that Justin has had to make, go well back into the season, probably within the first couple of months. I remember a conversation I was having with Eric, talking to him about the young people, and he said, you know, we just need to let them play. Some of them are going to have success. Some of them are going to struggle. He goes, but you have to let them struggle, because some of them, it'll be the first time they've ever struggled in their lives before you start making changes. And I think that is so true.
Full count. Eric Wedge, his media session today, time to stay in the course. Acknowledges acquisition's got to be coming for some additional bats, but likes the path that this team is on. There have been improvements over last year. Payoff to Smoke. Foul back.
It looked like a cut fastball in on his hands. Borderline, too close to take, so he was able to foul it off.
Three and two. 2 on, 1 out. Now, back-to-back Ks here for Williams. 3 since he's come in relief with Jared Weaver. 2 now. And 2-1. And tomorrow on Seahawks All Access, we're going to bring you an inside perspective on last Sunday's game against the St. Louis Rams. See how big plays and get players' reactions from the sidelines. So don't miss this and more tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. on Root Sports. Montero with another RBI opportunity, drove one in, the second run in the first inning. Started with Wells being hit by a pitch, a single by Seager to left. Jason and Smoke struck out swinging on 3-2 pitches. High drive right center field. That'll get Wells home. 3-0 Mariners. Seager to third. He's getting a wave on. Howie Kendrick, the relay to the plate, sliding in safely is Kyle Seager. It's 4-0 Mariners. Coming up big with a couple of RBIs is Jesus Montero. He's driven in 3 on the afternoon.
Two-out RBI, something that Eric Wedge would like to see a lot more of next year. Good at bat for Montero going with this pitch. You can see the breaking ball going away from him, probably just off the plate away, maybe on the corner, but hit it hard into right center, and Seager taking off with 2 outs. Jeff Datz being aggressive, the third base coach, as Kyle slide in safely.
RBI opportunity for Saunders. He's got 57 on the season.
Take another look at the slide by Kyle. Slide wide, put his hand on the plate before Iannetta can tag him.
Strike 1-1. Saunders sitting on that 19 home runs. 420 would look good on his ledger. Chapman charging as his tourist, and he throws him out. Good inning for the Mariners, though. First 2 men reaching after 2 strikeouts. Montero brings him home. It's 4-0 Mariners. Season. Make sure you visit MLB.com/fan guide to register for a chance to win a VIP experience for 2 to a 2012 MLB World Series game presented by Scotts, the official lawn care company of MLB. Good looking day here in Seattle. 64 degrees. Light wind out of the northwest at 4 miles per hour. 3 RBI afternoon for Jesus Montero. Albert Pujols, Kendrys Morales, and Alberto Callaspo here in the fourth against Blake Bevan. Albert grounded out to third his first time up.
Started off slowly this year, just a miserable April for him. A lot of people wondering what was going on. Well, here we are on the last day, 30 home runs, 105 RBIs.
He's a pretty good player.
I'll say. Figured it out.
Didn't take it so long. 1-1 to count. Way outside. Check down to Brian Gorman. Did not go.
Look at Albert month by month and what he had done this year. No home runs in April, just 4 RBIs, and pick things up from there. It's been a slow September for him.
Ground ball down to Trienfeld. Throws out Pujols, one down. Here's Angie Mente.
All right, guys, over in the East, the Orioles need to win and the Yankees need to lose in order for the Orioles and Yankees to tie in the AL East. Now, the last time we checked in with Boston and New York, Boston on top, but Curtis Granderson with 2 on changes all of that. He goes yard. It is now 3-1. Yankees on top. And remember, the Orioles are losing right now. So, if everything remains this way, guys, how does the playoffs play out?
Well, we're going to show you, Angie. Take a look at what we have here. As if the Yankees go on and win, they'll be the #1 seed and play the wild card winner. That will be Baltimore against Texas. Detroit will take on the A's. And I'm sure our good buddy John Sterling was in fine singing form when the Grandy Man went deep.
Grandy Man can.
Fly ball left field for Robinson. Tigers right now, their traveling secretary, I don't know who the gentleman is, but he's pulling his hair out right now, figuring out where they're going to go and what time they have to take off.
It really is something that it's all come down to the last day.
And guys hate that. They want to, and you can understand
everybody.
Right. The guys, the traveling secretaries like to work way ahead. They like to know. They don't want to be guessing. Pretty well struck. Right field. Wells. Wow, nice catch. Boy, he stayed with that baby. Well done in the sun by Casper Wells. A 1-2-3 fourth inning. That's a fine athletic play. Stayed with it. That ball was carrying away from him. Great catch. right now to see Felix and the Mariners for next season here at Safeco Field. Gear up with the 2013 action. Get your season tickets. You're going to get great benefits, too, including a guaranteed seat, big savings off single-game ticket pricing, and a heck of a lot more. So be a part of the action and unforgettable memories with Mariners season tickets when you call 206-346-4001. Here's Trayvon Robinson to lead it off. He was the first hitter for Jerome Williams. Came on in the second inning. Jared Weaver started through one inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, and a strikeout. He finishes the season, Weaver does, with an ERA of 2.81 and a record, as it stands right now, 20-4. Could be 20-5. Should the Mariners hold on to win this game. Robinson 1-2 the count. Strike 3 call. They've been working him in that same spot the entire series.
It's a good running fastball. They try to throw it in off the plate. You saw Trayvon raise his arm thinking the pitch was going to be inside, and then he runs back on the corner. So that's something that he'll have to think about when he goes into the winter and make an adjustment to that pitch.
4th strikeout for Williams. Top of the order, and Dustin Ackley. Walk, run scored, and a ground out the first. Check that at Trienfeld. I'm getting ahead of myself. Trienfeld the hitter. An aggressive swing by Carlos. Kendrick. Quick release to get Trienfeld out, number 2. Now here's Mr. Ackley. Breaking ball for a strike. And a big day for Jesus Montero. He's driven in 3 of the 4 Mariner runs. First run of the ball game driven in by Kyle Seaver. Montero's RBI total now to 62.
And Kyle leading the club with 86 RBIs now.
Check down a third. That's Todd Titcher. Another strike. 2-2. Sharper again. Kendrick throws out the Mariners second baseman. The Mariners go 1-2-3 in the 4th. They lead it 4-0.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
4-0. As you get a good look at the sun warming the folks out in right field. Some of them, like they got to shield their eyes. Better have some sunglasses out there. It's the last part of the ballpark, really getting the benefit of the sun as Mark Trumbo leads off. Trumbo, Kendrick, and his tourists here in the top of the fifth. Trumbo flying out to left his first time up. Blake Bevan, no strikeouts, no walks. He's retired the last 6 men that he's faced.
He's pitched well today. He's 15 batters, 13 first pitch strikes for Blake, so he's been working ahead. That's a big key for him. 39 pitches overall, 28 of those for strikes.
Two and one. Seager, tough hop. A base hit.
A lot of top spin on it. Kyle trying to stay with it, but it gets by him. Looks like it goes just off of his glove. Probably the toughest play you have to make as a third baseman, as far as I'm concerned.
You see it coming, you know. If you know
it's going to eat you up. You got one chance to try to guess right on how big that hop is going to be.
Yep.
Kyle wasn't able to come up with it.
Third Angels hit. Here's Howie Kendrick. 0 for 1. Center field. Saunders fighting the sun.
He was lucky. He was able to just get into the shade to pick it up. You could see it was really going to be tough. He's laughing about it now, but like he was struggling at the start of that.
This week on Root Sports, we're going to bring you Big Sky Football, a doubleheader presented by your local Ford store. Don't miss the Montana Grizzlies taking on Northern Colorado at 12:30 p.m. Then at 4, catch UC Davis. The Aggies kick off against the Montana State Bobcats. All the action right here, Root Sports, your new home for Big Sky Football. Quick one to his tourists. Nice here with a base hit to center field and a stolen base back in the third inning. Foul back.
Take a second to send out some birthday wishes today, Dave. The great University of Washington Husky basketball coach Marv Harshman watches the games all the time, and Marv, 95 years old, so happy birthday to you, Marv.
Happy birthday, Coach.
Yeah. 95.
For him.
Yeah.
Good teams at UW. Foul back. Still 0-2.
I was playing baseball there. I used to, in the wintertime, we'd work out over at Heck Ed and watch him out there all the time with the guys running them through the paces. It was a lot of fun. He had some good teams, too.
One out, men at first. Infield at double play depth. Saunders about 4 or 5 steps towards the left center field for his tourists. Robinson straight away at shallow. Long run for a Seager. 3 rows back. Bevan can come up with a win, leaving his record here for 2012 at 11 up and 11 down. 0-2 pitch.
Good pitch. It'll tie him up with a good fastball in on his hands. Not too bad if he can get it. Vargas with 14 wins, Felix 13, and Bevan with 11.
Bevan as deliberate as we've seen him all season. 2. Saunders no longer fighting the sun. Easy catch, 2 outs. Here's Chris Iannetta, the catcher. Iannetta today popped out to second. Runner at first is Trumbo.
Boy, I'm not sure how that missed him.
Remarkable. Two out and 1 on.
Looked like a similar pitch. He started the game off by hitting Trout.
Sure.
It looked like a similar pitch, just a fastball that was running inside, and then able to get out of the way of it.
1-1. Strike away from putting it into the Angels here in the 5th inning. Trout's on deck. If Iannetta can keep it going here. 1-2. Saunders is going to get a 3rd put out here. Sun free again, and it works out nicely. So leadoff base hit, 3 fly outs to center fielder Michael Saunders. Angels are gone in the 5th.
They lead it 4-0. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here. And apparently, Yankees not that thrilled about the possibility of playing just that one-game wild card game, so they really want to win the East. Robinson Cano connecting on his 32nd home run of the season in the second deck. And even though the Yankees seem to be pulling away, guys, we have had crazy finishes before, like last year, same 4 teams.
Indeed, Angie, last year, Johnson for Tampa Bay tied it. Longoria won a game in extra innings against the Yankees, and Baltimore KO'd the Bo Sox last year. So,
well, even the Rangers today were up 5-1 on the A's before they came back.
Here's Casper Wells to lead it off. Jared Weaver started, left after an inning. And Williams has been on since. He's given up 2 runs on 2 hits and struck out 4. Wells a soft liner, hit by a pitch leading off the third, and came around and scored. 2-run double by Montero.
Casper trying to join the double-digit home run club this year for the Mariners. He's sitting at 9 home runs. So he'd certainly like to hit another one.
Two. And he's aboard with a walk. Second plate appearance in a row for Wells to get on board. First walk issued by Williams. The ring of Kyle Seager.
Kyle having a good afternoon. He's 2 for 2. Has a double. Also another base hit. Scored 2 runs and driven in 1. His average up over 260 now at 261.
Way inside, 2-0.
Williams hasn't been real sharp. 57 pitches, 32 strikes, 25 balls. He's faced 14 batters. First pitch strikes, just 5 of them.
High pop towards the line. Cole Calhoun, plenty of room. Takes a catch a step in fair territory. Says Brian Gorman. 1 out. Bring up John James, so walk and a strikeout today. Fist popped right to the third baseman. Roberto Callaspo puts it away for out number 2. 2 down here in the 5th. College football fans, don't miss your chance to win Big Sky tickets, autographed memorabilia, and other prizes from Root Sports. Enter the Big Sky College football tailgate promotion by submitting a photo with caption that shows you at your favorite tailgate traditions. For official rules and to enter, visit rootsports.com. 2 outs, a man on in the 5th. Mariners lead 4-0. We get 2 runs in the first. Seager with an RBI double. Montero with an RBI fielder's choice. Smoke looks at ball 1. Then in the 3rd inning, a 2-run, 2-out double by Montero. 2 nights in a row, 2-out, 2-run double. Plays big for the Mariners. Saunders did it last night. 1-0 from Williams. Kendrick stays with it. Throws out Smoke. That'll do it for the Mariners in the 5th. In enjoy a 4-0 lead in the finale of the 2012 season. And before the game, stop by Seattle's best tailgate party, the Penn at Safeco Field. Prior to every Seahawks and select college football games, the Penn's going to be offering $5 drafts and microbrews. Great options on food, plus catch the action from around the league on multiple TVs. For more info on tailgating at the Penn and Center Field, visit mariners.com/tailgate. Brings up Mike Trout. He'll lead it off here in the 6th. 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch. Lead off the ball game. Strike one.
I think he's done a really good job with that first pitch strike. 19 batters, 16 first pitch strikes, and he's been efficient because of it. Only 54 pitches working here in the 6th inning.
3-hit shutout working through 5. Down the line, trouble. Into the corner. Trout. Oh, shut it down right there at second base. 27th double for Mike Trout.
It's a pitch up. It's on the outside corner. Slices it down in to the right field corner as Casper Wells had to go down there and dig it out. Right out the top padding, almost a ground rule double.
Trout at second base, leadoff double here in the 6th. Here's Cole Calhoun, his first at bat. He came in after Torrey Hunter had a couple of at bats early portion of the game.
You can see what Calhoun has done. Just 21 at bats for him on the year.
Ball and 2 strikes. Some sabermetric numbers here. Isolated powers, that third category. Trout holding his own the first 2. One-two count to Calhoun. Strike 3 called.
Second strike on Calhoun.
Beg your pardon. Listening to Mr. Davidson, it sounded pretty emphatic. Line drive, center field. Trout's going to tag and get the third. Brings up Albert Pujols. Couple of groundouts today.
With the Mariners up 4-0, they'll play their infield back.
2 for 12 on the series for Pujols. Outside.
There you go. 60 pitches now for Blake. A lot of strikes. 45 strikes out of the 60 pitches.
Lazy pop. Long run Wells takes command. Here's a throw to the plate. Got a chance. He got it! Wow, what a throw by Casper Wells. Did he get it himself beautifully or what? Trout saw that it was no contest. Great play.
Strong throw by Casper Wells, and it is a strike. Even with Trout's speed, I was surprised they'd send him on such a shallow fly ball. But a great throw from Casper Wells to cut him down at the plate.
That's outstanding. And that finishes off the Angels in the 6th. His throwing arm, and boy, did he show it off here. As we take a look at our Sterling Bank, nobody works harder for you. Just an innocent pop, lazy pop to medium right field. And he gets back up there and then sets up. I tell you what, that's a great throw because he had to really turn that body around and still didn't get it fully turned around and still had strong enough arm to get Trout by 5-6 feet.
Well, the big thing, too, is it made it an easy play for Montero by throwing it in the air. And I was hoping Trout wouldn't get crazy. Young guy with a lot of energy. I didn't want to see anybody get hit hard at the plate, not on the last day.
I think he's thinking the same thing as he's coming down. Boys, we got a big off season here.
Sosha probably, too. I'm sure he didn't want to see him try it.
Yep. Here's Montero to lead it off against new pitcher Andrew Taylor. And Conger takes over behind the dish. Right of Federal Way, Washington. Way inside.
A left-hander. They pitched an inning in a third since being called up in September, so not much work for him. Hasn't had a strikeout yet, a couple of walks. Fastball being the upper 80s. We've seen him in the series. So mix in a slider, changeup.
Inside again, 3-0. Montero, Saunders, and Robinson here in the 6th. Four-pitch walk to Montero. Start to the Mariners 6. Michael Saunders, third at bat, struck out, grounded out.
Keep talking about Michael trying to get his 20th home run. He's hit 8 home runs off of left-handed pitching this year, so maybe he can do something here with Taylor. Michael with 21 stolen bases on the season.
Inside, ball 1. Taylor, the third pitcher today. Weaver went an inning. Jerome Williams went 4. Off-speed pitch.
Been a good pitch for Michael to hit hard. It was a breaking ball. They left middle into him. You can see it.
Foul ball. One guy or in the playoffs you're looking to follow here in the next month?
One guy. I'm curious to see what Harper's going to do. I like the way that kid plays. See what he can do for the Washington Nationals.
Wow, that had no chance.
How about you?
Well, I like the new faces in there. I'm curious. I've heard so much about the Cincinnati Ball Club. I'm a big Dusty Baker fan. Want to see what kind of run his crew can go on. Curious to see what Mike Morse does with Washington.
How about Adam Jones?
Adam Jones, yeah, and a lot of our former guys.
Doug Fister. See what Doug can do with the Tigers.
You see the headline earlier this morning, Scherzer hurt an ankle in the celebration?
Yeah, I did.
That's not good.
Surprised didn't have more often. You get so excited and the guys are jumping around all over the place. Hopefully it's nothing serious. He was supposed to start today and he was scratched.
Hope he's okay. Saunders aboard. Back-to-back walks by young Andrew Taylor. Here's Andy Mente.
Hey guys, last time we checked in between Baltimore and the Tampa Bay Rays, Evan Longoria hit a home run. Well, second verse, same as the first. He goes yard again, and I'm just getting word that Ryan Roberts also left the yard. So 3 solo shots in this game, and right now Tampa Bay on top of the Orioles, 3-0 in the 5th. Gentlemen?
All right, Angie, meanwhile, the Yankees 5-1 in the 4th. So the Yankees go on and win. The Yankees will get a few days off. Wait for the wild card team. Detroit will open at the Athletics.
Mike Butcher, the pitching coach for the Angels, coming out, try to get calmer, get Taylor to calm down a little bit. 11 pitches, only 3 strikes, 8 balls for him. Struggling.
Nick Morandi warming up. There's 2 men of reach here for the Mariners. Trayvon Robinson turned around, bat right-handed now. Grounded out to the pitcher, took a called third strike. It's in hard, base hit. Montero, not a fast runner. They'll hold him as Calhoun gets the ball back in. Bases are loaded. So a walk, and a base hit. And they're loaded for Carlos Triunfo.
See Trayvon Robinson check in with a base hit. Solid base hit into right field. Calhoun has a strong arm. He's thrown that. He threw the ball all the way to home plate in the air. No chance to score Montero, but Triunfo now will get a chance to drive in a run. Mariners are 3 for 8 with runners in scoring position in this afternoon's game. Triunfo strikeout swinging and grounded out to the second baseman his last time up.
Talking about Scherzer hurting himself in the celebration the other day. Joel Zamaya, who was an outstanding reliever, was blowing 100 all the time. Playing Guitar Hero. Hurt himself going into the 06 playoffs. Very costly to the Tigers. Now, let's see. I had to have been doing an impression of either Ted Nugent, Peter Townsend, or what do you think? Or Keith Richards. Big swing by Triunfo and 2 with the infield up. Carlos strike out and a ground out to second today. In the dirt, 1-2. Great spot here for Carlos. 1-2, bases loaded, nobody out.
Taylor's throwing him a lot of breaking balls. I want to give him a fastball to hit.
See your young kids come up big in a situation like this. See what Triunfo. First time up in the bigs. Calls time. Outside. 2-2. Bevin getting a lot of rest with this long inning. 6 strong innings for Blake.
Taylor so far has already thrown 17 pitches and hasn't recorded an out yet.
Pop it up. Midfield fly rule in effect. One out, get back to the top of the order. Dustin Ackley. His 4th plate appearance. He's walked and scored, grounded out the first, bounced the second. Breaking ball for a strike. Just joining us, Oakland won the American League West decisively over Texas, 12-5 after being down 5-1. Another pop up. Goodness gracious, 2 down. Tomorrow, Noon Sports, it's the high school football game of the week. Don't miss the Curtis Vikings taking on the Spanaway Lake Sentinels Thursday at 7 p.m. Catch your favorite local teams in action every Thursday this fall on Root Sports.
Well, hopefully Casper Wells can come up with a big 2-out base hit, because you would hate to see Taylor get off the hook here after loading up the bases with nobody out and a couple of pop-ups.
Like Socia making a pitching change. Mike's seen enough of young Andrew Taylor. 4-0, bases loaded, 2 outs. Nick Morande will take over. Great shots there. I like that last one we were talking about earlier. Trout putting on the brakes.
Good idea. Good idea. Well, Mariners still bases loaded. They're in the bottom of the 6th inning, have yet to score. Nick Morande taking over, the left-hander for the Angels. Good fastball, slider, changeup.
Ball 1. Mike Socia's body language. He looked thoroughly put out by what Taylor wasn't getting done for him. 2 walks, base hit, a couple of pop-ups.
2 walks.
Killed him.
Yeah, they just want to see coming out of the bullpen throwing strikes. And Taylor again, young pitcher for the Angels. We take a look at the numbers for Morande. Only 5 2/3 innings for him. 6 strikeouts though, 3 walks. Points average 238. Making his 12th appearance of the year for the Angels.
Up the middle, base hit, gonna get a couple. Montero scores. Saunders scores. To third is Robinson, and into second goes Casper Wells. Good stuff. 6-0 Mariners.
Big base hit for Casper Wells with 2 outs. Hits it back up the middle, finds a hole. Drives in a couple of runs. Again, the Mariners with the base loaded and nobody out. It wasn't looking too good until that base hit came up for Casper.
He gets a single, 2 RBIs, takes second on the throw. I want to hear that cash register ring.
Yes. Mariners now 4 for 11 with runners in scoring position this afternoon.
Seager looks 2-1.
Kyle already a couple of hits. He has a double base hit, scored a couple of runs, and driven in one.
Second time today. A big 2-run, 2-out base hit for the Mariners. Montero did it back in the third with 2 outs, runners at first and second. Got them both in with a double to right center field. What a one here to see. Some more action down in the pen. Harry Enright, the youngster, getting an opportunity. One and two on. Tampa Bay continues to lead the Orioles 3-0. Bottom of the fifth. Top of the fifth in New York. Yankees 5-1 over Boston. 2 pitch in the dirt.
Speaking of Boston, any chance Bobby Valentine sticks around after this one's over?
You've heard of Mr. Slim and Mr. Nunn. I think they're going to be knocking on the door. A lot of the reports read this morning said it's just a matter of time. I heard one report saying yesterday that the Red Sox, Ben Sherrington, first-year GM, really wants John Farrell, and that was a report we had seen when we were in Toronto earlier back in September. So it'll be interesting. Interesting to see what happens in the coming weeks.
I think Farrell's signed through next year, so they may have to work out some sort of trade, some deal.
2-2, struck him out. Riding fastball, productive inning nonetheless for the Mariners. They can put 2 more on the board. Got a 6-0 lead.
Is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Sterling Bank, life is about the good stuff. Your bank should be too. Visit our new website at bankwithsterling.com. And by your Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here. Absolutely perfect day just outside Safeco Field and inside. A couple of updates to give you. Right now, New York on top 5-1 in the 5th inning. And the Tampa Bay Rays still lead Baltimore 3-0. Both those games again in the 5th inning. just about an inning behind us here. Guys?
All right, Angie, here's Kendrys Morales lining one to the wall in right field. Throw by Wells. Oh, it's well offline. Boy, if it's on line, he's out by a mile. Casper ended the 6th inning with a catch on a bloop off the bat of Pujols. Morales looking back at Wells, and he throws out Trout for the 3rd out in the 6th inning. That's a 26th double for Morales.
Andrew Romine going to pinch hit for Callaspo.
Romine started last night at shortstop, went 2 for 3 with a run scored. Strike one. Told that Mike Trout going 1 for 2 today. Triple Crown almost wrapped up here for Mr. Cabrera.
What a season. 45 years it's been since there's been a Triple Crown winner. Harvey Yastrzemski in 1967.
Potato farmer from Long Island. That didn't sound good. Oh, that's too bad.
Comes off his thumbs. A new piece of wood. Blake continues just to cruise along. A little bit of trouble here with that leadoff double. 64 pitches, 49 strikes, only thrown 15 balls in the game.
It's not bad, giving up 5 hits. 5-hit shutout. Self-defense. Smart thing, hold on to it. Runners under at second. Morales held. Saw Blake wear one earlier this year off his pitching helmet.
This is right back at him. Looks like he gets a piece of his glove. He bats it with his glove, maybe a piece of his leg. Didn't pick it up right away, and with Romine's speed, you're right, he did the right thing by eating it. Didn't have a chance to throw him out.
First multiple hit inning for the Angels. First 2 men of reach. Double and a single. There's Mark Trumbo. Fly to left and a single to left. Again.
2 pretty good pitches at the bottom of the strike zone and didn't get the call. And there you can see it. What kind of strikes Blake has been throwing. I thought he would have picked up at least one of those.
With a strike, 2-1. Mariners in the bottom of the 6th. 7 men to the plate, 2 runs on 2 hits, and they left 2 to make it a 6-0 game. Good pitch, 2-2. Put a battle back.
Looks like Stephen Pryor is getting loose in the Mariners bullpen. Next pitch will be 70 for Blake.
2-2 with 2 on, nobody out. It's a foul ball.
Where's Steven? Just starting to throw out there.
Two pitch here to Trumbo. Mariners trying to win their 75th game. Not won that many games since '09 when they went 85-77. Let's get off that 60s train. 61 in '08, 61 in '10, and 67 in 2011. Eric Wedge, 2 years in a row improvement. 6-game improvement last year, and to the minute, a 7-game improvement, trying to make it 8. Popped it up. Robinson tells Trienfeld he's got it. First out. Hey fans, this season, Mariners and PACCAR, they've teamed up to support reading in our communities. For each RBI the Mariners record this season, PACCAR will donate $100 to Page Ahead for its child and family literacy program. Mariners thank PACCAR for their continued support. Kendrick 0 for 2.
Another good pitch from Blake. Another first pitch strike for him too. Get himself a double play ball after being in some trouble with a couple of base hits to start the inning. Get out of here without giving up a run.
Way upstairs.
You have a favorite for the Cy Young Award this year?
Ooh. You know, again, we never see David Price, but I've been very impressed by his numbers. But I wish I'd been able to really see it.
20-game winner this year, leading the league in ERA. Not a bad pick. I think that's who I would go with.
Yeah, I mean, his numbers have been outstanding. It's amazing. He's what, 5-6 years in the league. Mariners have
seen him
never faced him.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Usually miss him by a day or two. I think that's where I would lean based on what I've seen a few weeks ago. Felix coming off the Perfecto.
Yeah.
At that time, it was a lock, and then he didn't finish strong. And Verlander, for a long time, he was looking great.
Yeah, he's leading the league in strikeouts. He's second in ERA, but 17 wins. Of course, you have Weaver, who started today with 20 wins also.
I think I'll go with Price.
I'm with you.
Angels threatening here, 1 out, runners at first and second. Good hitter here in Howie Kendrick. 2-2. At the trim foul. Ackley. And they turn it. Well done. Bevan gets out of trouble. Shutout lives. Home 7th coming up here at Safeco Field.
6-0. Now, the last time we checked in on the Rays game, Evan Longoria had gone yard for the second time in that contest. Funny, we check in on the Yankees game, and it's Robinson Cano going yard for the second time, his 33rd home run of the season, also to right field, a 2-run shot. It's 7-1 right now, Yankees. So if the Yankees win, and it looks like they will, this is what would happen. The Orioles would play at Texas, and then the winner of that wild card game is going to take on the New York Yankees, and then the Tigers are going to go and visit the A's for a best of 5 game series. So guys, this is the way it plays out. Who do you like and why?
Well, I tell you what, I love Texas all year long. I can't believe what has happened to them. I mean, they're still in the playoffs. And the Yankee power has really has asserted itself of late. I think those, and then you got the A's. The A's have just been so dynamic the last 3 weeks. So I'd be a little afraid of the A's right now going into a series with them. But I don't know. I might have to lean, big picture, might have to lean with the Yankees.
I think that I am going to stay with the Tigers. I talked about them over a month ago that they would end up winning the Central. They were able to do that. And I think that because they were able to get in first, they've had time to set up their pitching with Verlander, their horse going as their #1, and Cabrera, the Triple Crown winner. I think I'll go with the Tigers.
They beat New York last year. Good choice.
All those end of the year going down to game 162 and then the 1-game playoffs, that's a lot of stress to put on a club. They're going to have a difficult time, I think, getting through it.
It's hit a long way. Trumbo can't get to it. Jaso to second. Stand up double. Lead off the home 7th off a new pitcher, Barry Enright.
With that double, Jaso is now 1 for 3 in the game.
19th double of the season.
Take a look at it. A little slicing fly ball down the left field line. Trumbo, the left fielder, was playing over in left center. Not able to get to it. And that'll bring up Justin Smoke. Justin is 1 for 3 in the game.
Backhand by Hank Congreve. Enright call up back on September 4th. Came over from Arizona back on the 23rd of July. Smoke's got a 2-1 count.
See if he can get something down and in, ride it out of here for his 20th home run of the year.
Nice round number. Runner at second on a full count here. Justin Smoke. Jesus Montero on deck. Montero's had a fine day with 3 runs batted in and a run scored. He's aboard. first and second. Nobody out here in the seventh inning. We want you to join the conversation. For up-to-date game information and live interaction, make sure to like Root Sports on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
Well, Jesus Montero is going to get a chance to add to his day. He is 1 for 2. Also has a walk. He scored a run. He's driven in 3. With 3 RBIs. He has 62 now on the season.
$15,614 here on the finale. Unofficial total for the season, 1,723,286. Sink ball. Oh my. Trying to score and will score as Jason always keeps his head up. One throw by Romine and Morales couldn't handle it.
Take a look at John Jaso. The ball is bounced, has to get the third. Watches the play. Watch him watch the play, and as soon as it kicks away, he takes off.
Terrific base runner, which we saw early on, right?
Yes.
E5, no RBI. Here's Saunders. Might be his last opportunity to get home run number 20. Straightaway center field. Trout is right there. It is hard. One out here in the seventh. Check out our Banner Bank building to the future. Handed out some minor league awards today. Brad Miller, the Heart and Soul Award. Most improved player goes to pitcher Brandon Maurer. We haven't heard a heck of a lot about him, but yet his numbers have been outstanding.
Organization likes him a lot.
You know it. And don't sleep on him. Carter Capps, pitcher of the year, and Stefan Romero, we talked about him the other day, the player of the year.
It's great to see them. They're all at the ballpark today. Received their awards right there behind home plate before the game started.
Stefan Romero. His numbers, his offensive productivity this year was marvelous. Trayvon Robinson back on the left-hand side. He went 0 for 2 swinging lefty and 1 for 1 right-hand. That error by Romine, 6th error of the series by the Angels. 2 Monday, 3 last night, 1 today.
Trayvon Robinson with a base hit his last time up. Trayvon's 1 for 3. Base hit hitting right-handed. Now with the right-handed pitcher, switch around, hit lefty.
Time granted. Seven nothing Mariner lead. Two. Trayvon that time fought up that tough inside pitch. Throw to first. Morales can't get that one. Bases are loaded.
That one should be an infield hit. Trayvon with his second base hit of the game.
Mariners have the bases loaded again.
Good try by his turns. You can see the grip that he has. Able to get any of the seams. The ball bounce over to first. Morales just knocking it down, and Trayvon will beat it out. Mariners now bases loaded again. The bases loaded last, and Casper Wells with a base hit to drive in a couple.
Tree and fell. Bases loaded. Popped up. Similar situation last time up in the 6th. Up the middle, base hit. Good for him. Going to pick up an RBI to throw from Trout for Montero. He's in there safely. But Carlos Trienfeld knocks in 2. Second and third RBI of his big league career. Good for him. I knew he wasn't going to be up there taking.
No, he's hacking. Here's the first pitch, breaking ball, hits it right back up the middle, stays with it nicely. Didn't try to do too much with it. And now the route is on for the Mariners.
Trayvon down to second base, so first and second. Ackley looking for his first hit today. 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Runs coming in pairs. I don't like it. Wells drove in 2. Trienfeld 2. Montero 2. Between. Still only 1 out. All 2 strikes to Ackley. 7th man to the plate here in the 7th inning. Two. Queso started this inning with a double. It's been a lot of fun since then. Walk and E5, fly out an infield hit, 2-run single. 2-2 to Ackley. Full count.
A lot of pitches in this inning. 25 pitches for him in the inning, and just 1 out so far. Casper Wells waiting on deck. Casper with a base hit, driving in 2 runs in the 6th inning. He also scored a run today.
Payoff pitch. It's a foul. Runs in. Mariners looking for more. Couple of men aboard. 3-2. Center field. Trout makes the catch. Here's Angie Mentink again.
Guys, I could not make this stuff up. The last time we checked into the Rays-Orioles game, Evan Longoria had gone yard twice, okay? And then the Yankees game, you had Robinson Cano leaving the yard twice. Well, back to Longoria. He just jacked out another one. His third of the game. I guess that means it's Robinson Cano's turn now to homer for the third time. It's 4-0 in the top of the seventh. It makes you wonder where the Rays would be if Longoria had not gotten hurt against the Mariners.
First time in. Yeah. Hamstring pulled it. Ripped it, actually. Thank you, Angie. He finished, Tampa Bay finishing strong. They were only eliminated a couple of days ago. Here's Wells.
Yeah, you have to believe he would have made a huge difference for them. And in the middle of their lineup. Big run producer.
Pitch here to Wells. Full, big time. 0-2. Eighth man to the plate.
30 pitches in the inning for Enright. Casper having a solid series, 3 for 11. Only 1 for 2. He's also thrown a runner out at the plate today.
Oh, 2. Upstairs. Plate. It's a deal coming to the big leagues and having to throw strikes, isn't it?
It really is. You know, Mike Socha trying to give a couple of his young pitchers an opportunity to pitch here at the end of the season. Saw Taylor struggling, the left-hander, and now Enright in this inning.
2-2 to Wells. And Wells to left field. It's deep. It's carried. Goodbye! A 3-run homer for Casper Wells. 12-0 Mariners. For C. Wells, he's got double figures now with 10 home runs. Makes his RBI total of 30. That's his 5th RBI. Yeah. That's 36.
He's having a day. Now he was swinging the bat well this whole series. He hit the ball hard last night a couple of times. Didn't have anything to show for it. But I'm sure he wanted to check in with double digits, and that's his 10th home run of the season. Breaking ball down and in. Hits it over the out-of-town scoreboard.
Heck of a catch out here, and this is going to be a home run in any Safeco field configuration. Had it on a 2-2 count. Loaded out for his 10th home run. A 5 RBI day. Matter of fact, 2 swings, 5 ribbies.
Nobody up in the Angel bullpen, so Mike Socha just going to leave it up to the young man to figure it out himself. 34 pitches now in the inning.
9th hitter to the plate, Kyle Seager. Most runs the Mariners have scored against the Angels this season. A huge inning for the Mariners. 6 runs, 7th. That hit hard but foul.
And Jordan Walden saw him pitch last night. He's trying to get loose in a hurry. Kyle Seager 2 for 4 this afternoon. He's finishing strong. He's also picked up another RBI for Kyle.
Wells 5 RBIs today, ties the season and career best. Last time he did it, July 16th against Kansas City. 2-2 to Seager, the 9th man to the plate here in the 7th inning for the Mariners. Play. Good way to finish on an uptick. Pitch to Seager. Off the plate. Jason ready to hit for the 2nd time this inning if Seager can keep it going.
John got it started with a double to lead the inning off.
It's well tagged, slicing away from Trout, but he's under it. 9 men to the plate for the Mariners. They score 6 times. A 3-run homer by Casper Wells, a 2-run single by Carlos Trienfeld as they just wear out Barry Enright. 12-0 Mariners. Casper Wells has had a fabulous day. Swinging a bat, playing defense, and now Blake Bevan. A little bit of a cushion.
He's having a really good day, too. It's a good way to finish. Blake working here in the 8th inning. Only thrown 80 pitches now, shutting the Angels out so far. Good way to finish.
Is Turris the hitter? Is Turris, Hank Conger, and Mike Trout. Turris today, 1 for 2. Stolen base to his credit. Runs on 11 hits for the Mariners. No runs, 6 hits, and an error for the Angels.
Blake throwing a lot of strikes today. 84 pitches, 62 strikes. 26 batters faced 21st pitch strikes.
Good work. Good hard foul. Plate. Detroit, Kansas City in the 4th inning. Cabrera is 0 for 2 thus far. His batting average of .330. Here's Angie Minton.
Guys, in Toronto, not just the final game of the season, but perhaps, no doubt about it, the last game of Omar Vizquel's career. And here he's walking up for what probably will be the final at-bat of his career. Everybody giving him a standing ovation, and look what Omar does. Little O singling into center field. What a way to go out for Little O if that was indeed his last at-bat. In the 7th inning, though, so probably not going to get another at-bat. 2-1 right now in the 8th inning. Guys?
All right, Angie, thank you. Good for Omar Vizquel. 24 seasons, 6 teams, 11 Gold Gloves, 2,877 career hits, 272 batting average. And when we were in Toronto most recently, he was on the verge, and I think he has since passed Babe Ruth on the all-time hit list. This is a drive to left.
Yeah, I believe he tied him when we were there, so he's passed it now.
Bad thing to tell you kids, I got more hits than Babe Ruth. Yeah, sure you do. Look it up. Look it up. There it is.
24 years. He looks like he could play another year if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Takes good care of himself.
A lot of pep in the step. Remarkable athlete. Here's Trout. 1 for 2 was hit by a pitch.
And Stephen Pryor getting loose again. Blake now at 90 pitches. There's Stephen up for the 2nd time in the game.
Trout with a base hit, 2nd of the day. One of the great guys in the organization, one of the great people in baseball, Moose Clausen, retiring. And he was a wonderful salesman and a great representative of this organization for a very long time. And he threw out the first pitch today to Felix Hernandez.
And a really nice man. Congratulations to Moose. Not too bad on the throw either today.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Trout with that base hit at 326. Cole Calhoun fouling one off.
With Cabrera at 330 after an 0 for 2, I would be surprised if he gets another at bat. He locked up that triple crown for the season.
That's great. Good for him.
Peter Bohr just waiting on deck.
Pinch hit for Pujols. Albert down after an 0 for 3. field. It's Saunders right at him. 2 outs. Take a look at the Mariners calendar brought to you by Sleep Country USA. We have a playing partner in the the best division of baseball, the American League West. The Houston Astros join us next year. And they're in a massive rebuilding project under new ownership.
We're Peter Borges pinch hitting for Albert Pujols. So Pujols' season is over.
Albert's going to finish at 285. 285, 30, and 105. Never try to keep this shutout going. 2 outs, 2 on, and a 2-0 count to Borges. Hanging up in the air. Somebody should be able to get that. Saunders will, and Blake Bevan ain't strong. That'll probably do it for him. Nice work as he's en route to finishing this season at 11-11. Today, he threw out Mike Trout at the plate. Moreover, in his last 2 at bats, he's driven in 5 runs with a 2-run single and a 3-run homer. Good stuff. Jordan Walden takes over.
Jordan, a 3.55 ERA, 48 strikeouts in the 38 innings that he has pitched. Opponent's average 235. Good fastball, and be 95, 96 miles an hour with his fastball. Hard slider.
Mariners in the 7th got things started when John Jaso led off with a double to left. 9 men to the plate, 6 runs on 4 hits, and here's Jaso leading off with Bobby Wilson, catcher by trade, taking over at first base for Kendrys Morales. pitching is always foremost in your mind when you come to the playoffs. Boy, that's, I would say right now, even though I did pick the Yankees, the Athletics, best pitching going right now.
5 rookies.
Did you see that? 53 wins, 800-something innings.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to phase him
in the least. Balfour's been on fire coming out of the bullpen. Ryan Cook's been tremendous as a setup guy, 7th, 8th inning. It's well tagged and fouled.
Makes me laugh Balfour being on fire, almost literally. That guy, he has been something to watch.
Fun guy to talk to. He's a good dude. Puts it in play down to his Turris and boots. There's more with Angie Mentink. What do you have?
Guys, in the two big games in the AL East to decide the division winner, we had Evan Longoria going yard twice. Then Robinson Cano went yard twice. Then Evan Longoria went yard for a 3rd time. So it was Robinson Cano's turn to homer again. But he wasn't listening. Instead, with the bases loaded, he singles. That's not bad, though. Pushes 2 more runs across. And by the way, just a note on Miguel Cabrera. So far in his game, he is 0 for 2, but he would have to go 0 for 10 today to lose the batting race to Trout.
Well, it's over. Thank you, Angie. As Jim Leyland just pulled him, so congratulations to Miguel Cabrera. He'll win the Triple Crown. How great is that?
Yeah, it's a great season. Again, it's been 45 years since that has been done. So, what a season that is.
There's big numbers here today. Bouncing ball. Kendrick throws out Smoke. And the second goes Jason. 1 out here in the 8th. Make sure you catch all the action of the 2012 Major League Baseball postseason on Fox and TBS. The excitement begins October 5th with the wild card on TBS. Down runner at second. Jesus Montero. He's had a heck of a day too. Driven in 3, scored twice. Turris backhand. Throws out Montero. 2 down. Down to 3rd. There's Jason.
Michael Saunders, one last chance. He should get a good fastball to hit. Last chance to get to 20 home runs on the year. Mariners have had a lot of opportunities to drive in runs. They are 7 for 18 today. Runners in scoring position. 11 hits, 12 runs for the Mariners.
That's a lot better than their norm. They came in season numbers, runners in scoring position, batting average of 237. Elevate 1. Up the middle is Turris. Throws him out. That'll do it. Here we go. Time to put a wrap on this ball game here. 12-0 Mariners. Stephen Pryor going to take over and pitch in the 9th.
matchups for the Angels in game number 162. And if the Mariners hold on, and I think they will be 74-88 this season. I bring that up because that's what the A's that just won the West were last season. Look where they are a year later. Coming up on the post-game show, you're going to want to stick with us. So we're going to get into where this team is on the turnaround. We're also going to have 2 live cameras down in the clubhouse. Jen Mueller will be down there. I will also head down there. We'll be talking to the players about where this team is, what they're doing this offseason, how it'll be different. All these things coming up on Mariners post-game show. Guys?
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Look forward to those reports from the clubhouse. Final 3 outs in front of us. And Bobby Wilson will lead it off here in the 9th against Stephen Pryor.
What a good outing for Blake Bevan this afternoon. A good way to finish up for Blake. 8 innings, 7 hits. Did not give up a run with just 1 walk for him. 99 pitches for Blake, 71 of those for strikes. A good way to finish up his season.
Finishing 11-11 for him.
Numbers for Pryor on the year. ERA just over 4. 25 strikeouts in the 22 innings that he has pitched. Stephen, hard fastball. He'll be 95, 96 miles an hour with a hard slider and a changeup.
Really unloaded on that one. Bobby Wilson, Andrew Romine, and Mark Trumbo. 4, 5, and 6 here for the Angels in the 9th inning. Yeah, 12-0 lead. Why not? Time to go home. And it's copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or let me try that again. Retransmitted. It's the last game in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners.
Andrew Romine, good chance to hit now. Another good fastball from Stephen.
Thank you guys have been in the booth with us all year. Dave
Yes, here.
Wagner, Chris Taylor, Robbie Nielsen. You guys have been great.
Thanks for everything.
Thanks everybody down in the truck. Mark Engelbrick, our director. Curtis Wilson, our producer. Tran Fell. His arm. Man, he can
good athlete. Good athlete. A little bit that he was able to play since being called up. I think he's done a good job.
Yeah.
Another base hit today. Drove in a couple of runs.
Good at bat he hit. So the fans, we all salute these fans that came out. 15,614 tonight or this afternoon, and unofficially 1,723,286 watch the Mariners win 75 ball games. Continued steady improvement. Second year, the ball club has improved under Eric Wedge. And he certainly is bullish on this ball club. And again, he's been talking about a couple of veteran bats for next year. And who knows? Back up this way.
Stephen quickly out in front. Mark Trumbo 0-2.
Mariners 67-95. They're about to finish 75-87. Angels will go to 89-73. Put a capper on their season. Trumbo 1 for 3 today. Pryor with the 0-2 pitch. The outside 1-2. Some hardy fans here. Sticking with this ball club. It's pointed in the right direction. 1-2. Good battle here by Trumbo. Professional approach. Imagine next year, this time, we can do something like what the A's have done. This place will be rocking. 1-2. Pitch to Trumbo. Foul off again.
Putting up a good fight. Stevens throwing a lot of strikes here. 12 pitches, 9 strikes. He really has a good fastball going this afternoon.
Trumbo likes the fastball. Pryor's got a good one. Let's see who wins it here with 1 strike remaining in the 2012 season. Pryor, the pitch. Davidson says it's ball 2, 2-2.
Great job for Blake Bevan. Feel good about that one going into the winter.
Absolutely. Going to have a tremendous depth of pitching next spring. Here's a 2-2 from Pryor to Trumbo. Foul off again.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up to Trumbo. Most of them fastballs. You can see that last one at 98 miles an hour.
Here we go. 2-2. 2 outs, nobody on. Pryor's pitch to Trumbo. Off-speed pitch struck him out. Game over. Mariners win 12-0, and you can put 75 wins in the book for the 2012 Mariners. Nicely done as Blake Bevan wins his 11th game. That evens his record at 11-11. And a good way for the Mariners to end this season.
Great way for them to finish up, and guys feel good about heading into their winter. A lot of growth this year for a very young club. We'll see how hard they prepare over the winter and get ready for spring training next year. But a lot of young players had some fine seasons this year, including Blake Bevan, his 11th win on the year.
How about Jared Weaver taking a loss? 3 of his 5 losses are to the Seattle Mariners. So we look forward. Mike, pleasure as always, man. 6 years. It's gone awfully fast.
It has. But travel safely over the course of the winter, too. You're still going to stay busy.
Absolutely. NFL beckons on Sundays the rest of the season. I look forward to that. And we thank all the boys up here in the booth and everybody in the